Bommal, the Dread-On boss in Doom Tower, remains one of the most hated bosses in the entire Raid Shadow Legends game. That includes even the Hydra, because that has been nerfed and a lot of players are finding it easier to even beat that than this damn boss. So in this video, or in this series, I've been showing you different ways that I beat Doom Tower stages. I've successfully beat rotation 1 and 2, and right now this particular boss is the third rotation that I've not been able to complete entirely on this series. So I wanted to show a different strategy. Yes, I've beaten before using the cheese method. There are many champions who can solo Bommal that we all know about, and I've done several videos, or 1 or 2 videos, about how I use them. For Doom Tower, I had floors 10, 50, or did I do 70? I'm not sure I've got past this amount, this level also. So I wanted to attempt it again, and this time I didn't want to do a solo Bommal strategy. I wanted to do more of a team build that will beat Bommal without me manually sitting there being careful, and then if RNG goes bad way, the run fails and I have to start all over again. Yes, those solo Bommal builds or those solo runs are extremely difficult and painful, except you have Sama, Gemcos, or some others awesome solo champions who can do it on auto. Most of the solos I have to do it on manual. So that's the reason why I came up with this team. And for me to build a Bommal level 50 team for Doom Tower, I had to check out the best teams first of all, right? So from the best teams, you can see what people are using to beat this particular boss, both from your clan mates and also from your global rankings. So that's the best way for you to see which teams could do the boss successfully. And so I came up with this team. Of course, the global ranking, I don't have most of these champions and I couldn't do it. So, but you can see the main team right there is, what's his name? Geomancer and Vogot. Double Vogot and a Geomancer as is one thing that is, consistent here. And most of these teams also involves a revive champion, somebody to bring back in case somebody goes down. So, but my clan mates, a lot of us are using Geomancer and Vogot, even 3 Vogots and 1 Geomancer also. So that's the team I wanted to put together, build it and test it to see if I can use it to beat Bommal. So it's more of an improvement to this solo campaign, solo Bommal farming. So this is an improvement to it, because this means I can put it on auto and actually farm this stage. Yes, full auto. That's what I'm aiming for. I'm not trying to build a team like this and still do it on manual. You get? Alright, so at the end of the run, I'll show you the stats. There are 2 teams I actually want to show in this build. They both involve Vogot or some other healer. The first team involves me doing a full heal, like no damage, right? A full heal strat. And I'll include one of the healers that I do have is, what's his name? If I can find him. Yes, Vizix. No. What's his name again? I forgot this. Vrask. I always confuse him for physics. Vrask. So in this case, he is increased defense in dungeons. So this is not the aura I want. I might want to do force, but that won't also help me. So Vogot in the lead for accuracy, maybe. So this strategy is all healers. This will take longer, obviously, because there is no real damage except you put the War Master Mastery on most of these champions. 1, 2, 3, or 4 of them. That will make you this run maybe 15 minutes run or so. But if you do not have War Master on them, this run will take forever. They will not die, but it will take 20 minutes or even 30 minutes, because you will be healing a lot, yes, but you're not doing a lot of damage. So that's where Vogot comes in. Like originally I put in my team here. Let me select the team again, and I'll show you the team setup. And I put Vogot in the lead because I needed that extra HP. If you need extra accuracy, you can always put I put Geomancer in the lead because of this HP aura. If you want extra accuracy, you put Vogot in the lead. If you have I think Master Butcher is also another champion people are also using as a second tank or passive heal, sort of, when damage is taken. So you have a lot of passive healers going on and some active healers also. And Vogot is there for this HP burn and damage, so he does have enough accuracy to do his job. The setup that I needed for Vogot is for him to... There are buffs. You want to avoid placing buffs on your champions. So the first one is Doom Priest. Her skill will be turned off for the round 3 of the fight, of course. So for the round 3, which is the boss fight, she's not going to be buffing at all, because whenever the boss removes your buff, he places a bomb in its place. So we're trying to avoid buffs. And so Geomancer, does he place any buff on his skills? I don't think so. He removes on this one and reduces his cooldown, so this one can be used. For this one, he places decreased accuracy. You can't really turn this off really. But this one is what will make him most likely die. And we have a revive, because whenever he places this HP burn on this on the boss, he will take 2 bombs. So you need your Geomancer tanky enough to survive those 2 bombs, or somebody will revive him if he goes down due to that first 2 bombs. So that's what we are relying on Godseeker and Neri for that revive, and also some healing right there. So I did not turn off any of our skills because they do not really place any buffs on us, right? Nope. This heals, and reduce turn meter, buffs and debuffs, and this revives a dead ally. So no real buffs. We are avoiding buffs by all means, and so we don't get a lot of bombs. Then for Vogots, I'm going to turn off this skill because I want them using only their A1. Now if you do not have enough provoke on your Vogots, you might not need to turn off this skill, right? Because you can't really provoke the boss. So I don't see a need to do this. Rather, I want my Vogots using their A1s instead, so they have a chance of increasing the duration of one random debuff on the boss. So if you have enough accuracy, those HP burn and decreased defense or whatever is on the boss can be increased by the A1. So I'm going to turn this off. I don't want to use it in the boss fight. At least on the waves you can use it, no problem. The waves is also sort of annoying. That's why I didn't want to deal with that solo team anymore, because you'd have to get 3 or 4 kills from those waves, and you have to make sure everybody dies before you get to the boss fight, and sometimes somebody survives. You just have to start it all over again. And these Katosis they're difficult to kill. They keep cleansing. Then I have to manual it, so I didn't want to manual those waves anymore. I don't mind putting the boss on auto and just letting it run, but I tell you, my Crimson Helm could not do it this time. For some reason, my Crimson Helm kept taking 2 bombs, and then the boss hits and explodes the 2 at the same time. I wasn't having enough accuracy or anything. It just wasn't working. Alright, I've explained the reason why I decided to build this full team of healers and 1 damage. If it fails, I'm going to swap out Vogot for Vrask and let it run, because that's the 2 options. I'm letting you know that you must not have a Vogot here. You can come in with all healers as long as you have this. I keep mistaking Vogot for Geomancer. You can swap out Geomancer for Vrask and have all healers. I think I saw Soda Dragon Gaming or Odd One Gaming has talked about a similar team like that, and I also saw Scratch has done a lot about Doom Tower in the past, but this is the rotation. Nobody is talking about it much because it's done, and everybody has their good teams. But I'm still refining mine and adding it to my Doom Tower playlist. So let's do the run and see how it goes. Now, to save your time, I might cut out on this wave, but I guess 2 Vogots, we can take down the waves fast enough, and we have a Geomancer. It can be full auto if you have some skills like the Geomancer skill that you do not want him to use on wave 2. Maybe turn it off for wave 2 so that it will be available on wave 3 once it gets to the boss. But I didn't turn it off, so I have to take over manually for him to not use it on wave 2. Alright, we're on to the boss. The first thing I'll do is to place that HP burn from Geomancer on the boss, and I'll let it run. If I have enough, I'm using my A1 because there's no buffs right now. Let me place it. Also, on the A1, what's her name? This champion that does the heals and cleanse, Doom Priest. She does this increased buff on a random ally, and if she places this increased buff on Geomancer or Aniri randomly when she does the A1, she will most likely get an extra bomb on them, because the boss will take away this buff, and it lasts for 2 turns. So that's something to be aware of, that if somebody is going down, is because she's just out of nowhere placing a buff on them, which is removed and then replaced with a bomb. So she's a liability, I guess, in some way. But hey, she helps a lot by cleansing the stun, because you will get stunned by the boss. Alright, I'm putting it on full auto since I have the HP burn on the boss. Hopefully we can do some A1s and increase the turns. The boss just take 2 turns and those HP burn just reduce to 1 turn. Damn, that's rough. So hopefully I can go into my A1 and increase the turns. We didn't increase it. Yes, I increased the turn by 1 again, which is nice. So the boss is killing himself with his bombs that just exploded. Geomancer going with the A1 again, increase that buff. I mean, Vogot going with the A1. I'm not talking about Geomancer. He just died. He revived. You see that heal? Woo! That was awesome to watch. I'm waiting for that cleanse. Stun cleansed. Now, I do not have HP burn anymore on the boss. I'm hoping Geomancer has his HP burn back up. Yes, he does. So, nice. He placed it again. No problem. So whenever he does that, I think one of the bombs did drop because of turn meter. We reduced the turn meter of the boss and we got a big bomb right there. So this is a full auto team. I just had to take it over on manual to make sure the right skills we are being done at the right time. And it's a nice one to watch. I like the way you thought Geomancer was gonna die, and he did die. Cleanse, I'm waiting for. Yes, I did get the cleanse. Do I get a revive for Geomancer from Godseeker? Yes, we will. That's the revive. Nice. And she died. Oh, when she goes down, there's nobody to revive her. But no problem. The run is already complete. Or is it? That's a problem. Geomancer did not land his HP burn. And without HP burn, which is our main source of damage, it might be a dicey one right there. Because we are not doing a lot of A1 hits. As you can see, 2k hits. So we have to sit here and take all this damage until Geomancer's HP burn comes back around. But hey, the health of the boss is already down there. Why this champion did go down is because she has very low stats. I'm talking about Aniri. I did not regear her for this fight. She was using the same old Hydra, low-level Hydra stats that I had. Alright, now we have the HP bomb back up, so he will kill himself, and just waiting for the bombs now to explode, and that will be it. So yes, my Geomancer is fast enough to turn around and get that HP burn back on the boss. But normally, you'd need to place it once, and one Vogot will extend it. Normally. But hey, my Vogots are extremely slow. So I build them extremely slow, so they can have a lot of HP. That's how I built them. And it's a successful run right there. Boom. So I'm hoping this same team will work for me. Now, people who use Duchess is a better reviver, obviously, than Godseeker. I don't know about that, but if you have a reviver that can do it on a lower cooldown, it's better, or who is more tankier. So I might need to regear my Godseeker so she doesn't go down at all. So that will be something I need to do. All right, let me go and show you the final stats, but I'll show you the screenshot first. When I did beat it, I beat it in 8 minutes, but this one now I beat it in still 8 minutes. So it's almost the same run, but this has a higher time than my best time. The best time doesn't really matter though. All right, down to the stats. I'll show you the stats in RSL Helper so we see everything in one place. So quickly, you can see the champions that was used, their stats, their book levels. Yes, everybody is fully booked, and their if I want to see each of their individual accessories, I guess this is what I used. Geomancer was built for Doom Tower and no longer for Clan Boss. This is not a Clan Boss Geomancer, because you can see the speed is 215, so that's not a Clan Boss speed right there. And that's his Masteries done, and he's the only main damage that we have in the team. If you want a slower run, remember, take him out and put a Vrask. Vrask would have been doing a lot of more healing. Maybe I'll also do a Vrask run and see how that goes, but I don't want to deal with the waves anyways, because without damage from Geomancer, those waves take a lot of time. But hey, if you have a Vrax, just try it out and let me know how it goes. That's Geomancer stats. He has enough accuracy, 378 accuracy to land debuff on this boss. for this boss, how many let me see from the heads, how many accuracy do you need on him? Head over to the team optimizer for heads to see these stats. He does have 200 resist, so you need about 225 accuracy. Oh no, am I getting that right? Yes, I think 225 will be able to land your debuffs on this boss. So for higher level, maybe 300, this same Geomancer might be able to land that HP burn. So maybe I'll not need to regear Geomancer. But his stats, I'll tell you right now, Geomancer stats are not the best in terms of his HP. Most people build their Geomancer up to 80k HP, so he doesn't become a liability in that team. So if you can do 80k, 70k, 50k, whatever. I didn't build that. I decided to go for crit rate and some crit damage. So, and some speed defense also. So his resistance was also a little bit too high for this stage, because I'm not trying to build resistance at all. So maybe if I take away the resistance, I can put that into HP for Geomancer. He's the MVP, that's why I'm focusing on him. For Gothic Seeker, I told you this is an old build. I was trying to put this type of set on her to have her skill come back around. I've seen some people build theirs in Relentless also to make her take that numerous stunts so that she can keep the team alive. Her masteries are not yet done, but I'm going towards defense and support tree. Her total stats 215, also just like Geomancer's, good speed, enough accuracy. Why does she have this high accuracy? Oh, because I wanted to debuff the allies, right? To decrease the duration of their debuffs or something. One of her skills that has that interaction. But I'm telling you, for this team, she's mainly a healer and a reviver, so you might not need to have this amount of accuracy on her. But I'm glad that she does have enough HP though, and enough defense. But for higher floors, I might need to up these stats. Let's see when we get to that bridge. For Doom Priests, Relentless Doom Priest, that's her best stats. I've seen some people use other artifacts for her, but in terms of the sets, I always preferred Relentless on my Doom Priest, so she can do numerous cleanse and heals, of course. She does have enough HP, no accuracy needed at all, no crit rate needed. But she went, I was putting her towards War Master. I wanted War Master on her because so she can at least bring something else to the team than just a cleanse and a heal. So she's fast, 256. That's why you see she is able to cleanse the stun before anybody else tries to take a turn. All right, for my Geomancers, this is the newest one I built today, and I've not taken all these artifacts to 16, obviously, because no artifact enhancement event is currently running. So I was waiting for that before I 16 them. But his HP is close to 90k, and I'm hoping to push it to 100k by the time I get full masteries and what else? Take all the gear to 16. Boots is not speed, and put HP boots. That's how you get up to 100k, by putting HP boots. In speed 121, not needed. I guess that's why this A1 was not happening so much, because the speed was so low. If you have him at 200 or so speed, he might be able to do that A1 multiple times also. And then if you can find counter attack accessories, put it on him so you can counter attack and increase the HP burn on that boss, so it doesn't fall off. So Geomancer doesn't have to place it again and then take 2 bombs. Alright, I guess Vogod's A1 increasing the duration of that HP burn does not count as a buff or as a debuff being added. That's why he doesn't get bombs while he's doing the A1. I also turn off his A2 as he saw me do. And no crit rate, no crit damage, just HP. That's all I want for. You see, the defense is not even that high. So that's my newest Geomancer. I mean, my newest Vogot right there. Sorry, I keep interchanging their names. And then the old one had some accuracy on him because I was using him for other content, general content. 96k HP, still low speed, 181. But at least it's closer to 200. So this one was able to do some extension at least of that HP burn. All right, if you have them, some people say don't put accuracy at all on them. Let Geomancer place that HP burn. If it falls off, you place it again. This will give you chance to even put what do you call it, more HP on them. You can see this one has speed boots. If I replace that speed boots with HP, his HP there will go total of over 100k. So because these are the guys that are keeping your team alive. If you have a Master Butcher also, they perform similar roles. So you do not need to build 2 Geomancers if you have a Master Butcher. I just wanted one that would be working for me in higher levels of the Doom Tower. That's why I decided to build it before even the rotation of this Doom Tower started. My Geomancer was, my Vogot was already at 60. So that's the team that beats floor 50, my new improved full auto Dreadhorn floor 50 team. Let me know what you think about it. It's better than the manual team that I was doing before for floor 50 for what's her name now, this champion. Let me show you the manual team that I used on solo Crimson Helm. Yes, so I prefer this team than my solo Crimson Helm team, because this means I couldn't play the game for a while Crimson Helm was sitting there doing her thing until 20 minutes, 30 minutes, no matter how long it takes till it maybe fails sometimes. Usually sometimes into 20 minutes of the run it fails due to bad RNG or multiple bombs in place on her. That's the reason why I built it. Do you need to build a full auto team like this? No. Get a solo team to beat it. It's much easier, but I was tired of the inconveniences. All right, let me know what you guys are using for your full Bommal 50 or higher levels, and your stats also. I really need to know what improvements I can do in case of when I come across this Bommal boss again at the higher levels, which we are going to do. And hopefully I'm able to take him down this time and complete this rotation. This is the last rotation that I've not been able to complete in Doom Tower Hard. That's why I decided to give this update, an important update for Bommal, Dreadhorn and floor 50. I'll see you at the higher levels of the Doom Tower later, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Let me know what you think about my team, and also share yours with me, and ask me any questions in the Discord. I'm always available to answer your questions and help you build your teams also, and show you my stats more. Later, guys.